Hi folks, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is going to be a quick review slash demo of the MXR EVH Flanger, and it's my first flanger pedal. I've had it for about a year, and growing up I had a Line 6 Flex Tone. Well, actually I still have it, and it's a great amp, and it has a lot of effects built in, including a flanger, which was decent. You know, as I was growing up, I was satisfied with the tone when I was playing Van Halen, but this is certainly an upgrade. It's a pretty cool pedal. It sounds great. I'm going to take you through some tones, and we're going to try to get as close to Eddie's sound as possible. I'm going through my Bugera V22 Infinium, which I've also reviewed in the past, so you can check that out later. And let's see, this pedal runs on 18 volts of power, so I have 2 batteries in right now, but I usually have it hooked up to my power source with a Y cable, so you might want to pick up one of those. So the way the knobs are currently set is my default sound for this pedal, and starting off with a clean tone, it's going to sound like this. And then starting over here with this regen knob, that is basically the effect level. It is how much feedback is going back into the effect, and it gives you a more intense flange when you turn it up. Even more. So there you go. That's a little too much for me. I like to have it right about there, around 1 o'clock. And I apologize, there's some construction going on right above me, so please bear with me. But if you want a more subtle flange, you can turn it down a little bit. You're going to get this. Still there, still noticeable. If you want even less, then you're pretty much just turning it into a chorus at that point. But so anyway, I like to have it about 1 o'clock. And then moving on to speed, I have it set pretty slow most of the time. I'm going for that, you know, classic Eddie, you know, big, slow, sweeping sound. But you know, if I were to turn it up, it sounds pretty cool as well. Let's see here. You can hear it sweeping a little bit faster. Yeah, if I were to go even faster, it gets a little more wobbly. More so, you get some crazy sounds. Crazy. That's actually kind of cool. Really nice shimmer. And so anyway, yeah, I usually have it set pretty slow, but you know, if you want to go for that shimmer, you might try turning the width down so it's not sweeping so much. You have a more subtle movement when it's lower. Actually, I'm going to turn this speed down just a little bit. Right about there. Just a little bit more. So anyway, you can mess around with the width and speed, but again, I'm going for that classic Eddie sound. So slow and wide. So there you go. And the manual knob is kind of hard to explain. I had to Google it myself, but from what I can understand, it changes the. It's kind of like an EQ. When it's set over this way, it's on the higher side, on the higher end. If you back it off over to this side, it's a little more low end. It's very tough to tell, to be honest. bit. All right, so I'm going to switch over to distortion now, and I'd say really crank your amp and try to get as much gain out of it as you can, and because this pedal just doesn't sound the greatest with distortion pedals. Whether it's before or after in the signal chain, I'd still recommend going with your amp. But here is my default setting with some distortion. And I can turn up that feedback a little bit. So that's a bit too pronounced in the room. But I will say when I go back and listen to that, the mic really picks it up well and it sounds just right recorded. But again, it's a little too heavy of an effect in the room, even at my preferred setting here. But I know when I record it, it's going to be just right. So. So one of the main features of this pedal is this little EVH button, which you may have noticed, and I've been saving it until now. But when it's engaged, it gives you the supposedly preferred settings of Eddie himself. And here's what it sounds like. So that's a lot, you know, that's pretty heavy compared to my default setting, which is right here. But anyway, what I'm kind of going for with that sound is just more of a variation on the phase shifter, something that's similar but just a little bit different, something to play around with. And growing up, that's kind of what I always thought he did. But actually, what Eddie does is during those really well-known riffs that we all love, he toggles the flanger on and off. So it's not, he doesn't just leave it on. He only turns it on during certain parts. So for example, Ain't Talking About Love, like this. So you could probably hear when I was clicking it on and off, it was just during that low part. That arpeggio is no flanger. Flanger on, off. Excuse me. So that's how he uses it. And that EVH button engaged really nails that low note. And it's just, even in the room, it is like perfect. And that's how you have to use it. If you want to nail the sound, you have to start that sweep right as you hit that note. Otherwise, it's just not going to do it. Here's what it sounds like with the thing on all the time. So that's just, that's just not even, that's way too much. That's just overdoing it. With my default setting, I might be able to get away with it. etc. Same thing goes for Unchained. He only engages that flanger when he's chugging along on that low string. Sounds something like it's a lot of work. But you can see him live when he's playing these songs. He's right by his pedal board, and you can see him clicking it on and off, you know, during those parts. So anyway, that's how he uses the flanger most of the time. And every now and then he'll take a solo with the flanger. I don't know if this is his setting. This is, again, kind of heavy. You know, compared to mine. But what do I know? So overall, it's a great sounding pedal. I mean, what do you expect? It's MXR. They know what they're doing. They've been around for a long time. Really fun to mess around with. I don't really see myself using this professionally a whole lot. You know, I'm not in a Van Halen cover band or anything like that. But I am a fan of Eddie, and I do like to experiment in my free time. Pretty expensive, at least for me. About $190, which is 20 or 30 bucks more expensive than the standard flanger that MXR makes. But I'm not gonna lie, I really wanted this really nice black and white Van Halen design. Just looks so sharp. So anyway, great pedal. I hope this review was helpful, and I hope I gave you the sounds that you were looking for. Check out some of my other reviews and demos, and you know, thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please leave a like on this video and subscribe to my channel. Take care and have a great day. See you next time.